Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you've just recently joined us. We're very happy to have a session now called Pioneering Solutions for a Sustainable Future, which with the French Tech Mission. Now, a bit about the French Tech Mission is a government administration whose objective is to support the structuring and growth of the French startup ecosystem in France and globally. As part of the Directorate General for Enterprise within the Ministry of Economy, the mission coordinates and oversees the French tech ecosystem with its network of 17 capitals and 98 communities in France and abroad. Now, we have four amazing startups, and I'm very happy to introduce the first one, Finex, with Alexandra Corsi-Chopin, Head of Institutional Relations. What they do, a French bio-inspired startup, creates the first fin-driven electric and secure boat motors promoting biodiversity-friendly mobility. Alexandra, please join us.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Alexandra, and I'm here for Finex. At Finex, we prepare the revolution of nautical propulsion. You know, mankind has a lot to learn from nature, and surprisingly, mankind has created propellers for boats instead of fins. At Finex, we replace propellers by an undulating membrane that imitates the movement of marine animals. So we enter the market with a first product, the Fin-S, here that you see. It's dedicated to small boats up to 3 tons and tenders. It's inspired from the jellyfish. The second one is under development, and it will be inspired by caudal fins of whales. Look at that. Here you have Harold Gilman, the founder of Finex. The Fin-S is right now industrialized, and it's right now in almost 20 countries. It's completely safe. You don't have any axis in rotation. For marine animals, it's perfect, and also for human, and it's electric. The second one, the Fin-E, is the same technology, 2 membranes, and it will be also possibly powered by hydrogen. And it will be showcased for the Olympics. Both are dedicated for small boats. The Fin-S is for small boats and boat rental companies, and the Fin-E is for shipyards, also commercial shuttles, and also boat rental companies. Look at that. You have some videos to explain you the movement of the jellyfish for the Fin-S, already industrialized in Normandy, and this one for the Fin-E, imitating the movement of whales. And as I told you before, we are industrializing in Normandy our first product with our partner, and of course, within few months/years, we will create our own factory. Our team, laboratory, and offices are in Paris, few blocks actually from here. And for all that, we need money, and that's why we are beginning right now a third fundraising, a Series B of 20 million euros, because we need to export, we need to develop. R&D is pretty much complicated, and also because we address another sector, not only the nautical propulsion, but for later, as you can see, the fluid management, the industrial pumps. And for the beginning, we've been surrounded by a fantastic board with Loïc Perron as our godfather. And also you can see Hervé Gastinel, the current CEO of Ponant and former CEO of Beneteau. Well, I'm here today to testimony. We are 30 people. We are working with passion, with determination. Since last summer, we have entered the prestigious French Tech 2030, and we are all convinced that the best way to preserve nature is to be inspired by it. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. I think this is the most beautiful slide of this first day, so thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 30 people for 2030, if I'm not mistaken. Now let's go to H2SIS. They produce hydrogen fuel cells generators, zero-emission power units for mobile and stationary applications, fuel cells, and educational test benches. Let's welcome Benjamin Lefebvre, sales engineer at H2SIS.
Hi everybody, I'm Lefebvre Benjamin from the H2SIS company, specialized in hydrogen and fuel cells module. But at first, I will just show you a quick video of one of the thermal gensets. Unfortunately, we do not have the sounds, but that's a good thing, I promise you. So, that seems good to you. And do you know what is the impact of CO2? And like more, do you know what is the CO2 impact of thermal gensets on the society? We can just quickly see on the graph that 0.37 metric tons of CO2 are produced per megawatts, and that it's more than 2 times the case for diesel gensets. That's why H2SIS was thinking to a solution and an alternative to curb the emission of thermal gensets. So please, just be aware and take a look at one of our systems. So on this video, you will see one of the new generation genset that we have. It's called the Titan 1. It's a genset using hydrogen to produce electricity with a power of 200 kVA. And there is a lot of advantage of this machine. There is an ultra low noise. It respects the environment, it respects the human, it's CO2-free, there is no odor and no particle matter. So we were thinking about another design of the Titan, more compact and more easily transportable for customer in construction sites, industry, or events. And this is one of the systems called the Boxy systems. So we have different applications for the gensets, but we are to focus on the education part. We developed 2 different systems called the Motis and the Fluidic Bench to make the future engineer aware about the use of hydrogen and aware about how you can store it and make some maintenance on it. So we are a dream team of 20 people with common goals and values, really customer-focused at an international scale. So as I said before, we are really focused on hydrogen and fuel cells modules, personalized or not. We are a no-audit company born in 2017, which had some different prizes. We're a member of the H40 Index, BPI Excellence, and French Tech 2030. All of our systems are built on-site in the east of France, in Belfort. So we guarantee the quality of our product, and we are really wanted to have a follow-up on the system and the feedback of our customer. And we are proud today to say that the H2SIS impact reduced 254,040 tons of CO2 per year. And we are looking for some investor because we have willing to industrialize our production line to make things go faster in the hydrogen industry. Thank you for your time, and do not hesitate to contact us if you have any question.
Thank you. Questions or money?
Yeah.
Would you like some money?
Yeah.
I presume, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Benjamin.
Thanks.
We go now to soil with GaiaGo. They provide innovative solutions and inputs based on living organisms to revitalize agricultural soils. Francis Bouquet, a co-founder of GaiaGo. Welcome on stage.
Good afternoon. Thank you to the French Tech to welcome us. I will speak to you about the soils. Our company, GaiaGo, is really specialized in the soil revitalization. As you know, about 50% of the soils now are damaged through erosion, through salt, because of irrigation, because of the plows, because of the tilling, the fertilizers, and so on. We are a company which is involved in this mission all over Europe, mainly in France, but also in foreign countries. What is very particular in our way of doing is first to go bottom up, not top down, as usually. That is to say, we started from the farms, from the farmers, from the soils. And we got aware that the soil mainly were damaged as regards the fungal bacterial ratio because of pesticides, because of fungicides, because of the farming practices. And that's why we went up to the laboratory to look for solutions. And the solutions we found consisted not in inoculating the soils, but in waking up what is still there. That is to say, there are still many spores of fungi still in the soils. And the fungal population is the population which is the damaged, really badly damaged by pesticides, and namely fungicides. And we can wake them up in a matter of weeks. We proved it through our research, and namely through a share with a research center in Unilassal, and we proved that in a question of only 8 weeks, we could wake up the spores of mycorrhiza and of the main fungal populations. This topic is very important because on the soil fungal populations depends, of course, the soil porosity, the yields of the crops themselves, the resistance to drought, but also the carbon sequestration. It's just because the fungi are much more powerful to sequester carbon than bacteria. They are about 4 or 5 times stronger than bacteria to store carbon in the soils. So that's what we did. There was a scientific paper which was published in November in the Journal of Soil Science and Plant Nutrition in November 2023. And now we are really developing all these solutions all over Europe. What I can tell you is that the soil has to be taken care of first. Thank you.
No, finish.
Okay. Thank you. So the soil is particularly important, and they are not dead. That's what I wanted to tell you. The soils are not dead. They are still alive, but we have to help them. That's what we do. Thank you.
Thank you, Maël. Par là, s'il vous plaît. Thank you. And last but not least, Geolith Thibault de Sanvory, thanks to its patented ion exchange technology, sustainable lithium production is now possible with an environmentally friendly extraction process emitting no CO2 and generating zero waste. Thibault, please join us.
afternoon. In the 19th century, the world was rushing for gold. Today, we are rushing to reduce our environmental footprint. And the new gold is white. This new gold is actually lithium. Lithium is a key component to produce the batteries that are key for the energy transition. However, the lithium industry is facing three major challenges. The first one is limited production. The demand is expected to grow by 20% in the coming years. Second is the environmental impact. The current technologies use a lot of energy and water. And the last one is the concentration of the industry. Lithium is produced in only 5 countries, which is a major geopolitical risk. The good news is that lithium is abundant. It's everywhere around us. So it's not the issue. We just need to find the right technology to extract it. That's where Geolit comes in. Geolit has developed a new technology that can extract lithium from water thanks to a patented active material. Basically, it acts like a filter and extracts lithium out of water. It is a clean and sustainable technology because it uses 10 times less water than traditional methods. And also, it uses almost no energy. Also, it generates almost no waste. So where do we find this water containing the lithium? We have validated the technology in 4 main industries. The first one is geothermal, so in deep water, like in the Rhine Valley. Second one in oil and gas, in the processed waters, which can help them to transition and find new sources of revenues. The third one is in the salars in South America. And the last one, and not the least, is into the battery industry, both in the production and the recycling of the batteries. So what do we sell? Actually, we sell those filters. Those filters are assembled into racks, and you then pilot the racks to reach the nameplate capacity of the final installation of the customer. It's therefore a modular approach, which is in line with the requirements of our customers, because they need to validate the technology step by step. We then sign some long-term contracts for the supply of the filters that need to be replaced every year, which is creating a recurring revenue. So, what's next for us? Basically, we have validated the technology thanks to 4 pilots around the world, and we just signed our first industrial contract. However, we need to move fast, simply because our first customer will commission their first unit in the next 2 years. We have our own facility in Strasbourg currently to produce the first units, but we need to produce more in order to cope with this demand. So we'll plan to build our first plant in Strasbourg by 2026, and for that, we'll be looking for 20 million in a new fundraising. This will help us to become the reference into the sustainable lithium production as a technology provider. Thank you very much, and I'm available for any question after this presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Thibault. Very impressive. Good luck with the 20 million.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's give a big round of applause to all the French Tech Mission startups that we've seen today, and congratulate them on an incredible journey so far.